Welcome. Today we'll be talking about the consumer's decision-making process and the BMW X3. Along with myself, Isabelle, Caitlin, Jessy and Sarah, we are all part of the Storm Consultancy. Our purpose on today's presentation is to examine the consumer's decision-making process and what the consumer goes through when purchasing the BMW X3. Insight will be given on the CDMP by going deeper into each step of the process. Finally, we will provide recommendations to enhance the effectiveness of the marketing strategy. Okay. These are the 5 steps of the consumer making process decision. We'll be going further into each step as time goes on, but first we're starting on need recognition. Firstly, let's address the need recognition of the BMW X3 xDrive T20D. Need recognition is triggered when the consumer is exposed to either an internal or external stimulus. We need to understand the perceived needs and wants of the consumer and highlight these aspects throughout the marketing campaign of the BMW X3. By focusing on specific triggers of the consumer such as safety, size and incorporation of technology, we can work together to produce an effective marketing campaign for the BMW X3. Within Metro Melbourne alone, the fatal crashes on a 50km or less road have increased by 54% from 2014 to 2015. Thus, the need for a safety car on Metro and country roads Victoria is an undeniable need. The BMW X3 has a 5-star safety rating and a huge range of safety features, reassuring the consumer that they are purchasing a highly rated car as backed by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. The medium SUV segment is now the second largest in the Australian car industry. In February 2017, 35,497 SUVs were sold, whilst only 34,750 sedans, wagons, hatchbacks and sports cars were purchased. This shows an ongoing trend towards Australians purchasing larger rather than smaller cars. The BMW X3 is the mid-size SUV, therefore that they're not too large to be considered difficult to drive, even in the tight, narrow streets of the Melbourne's CBD. Portraying to the consumer the need of the spacious yet very adaptable car is what we need to effectively work towards in our marketing campaign. Consumers' demand for in-car technology has increased significantly. 61% of consumers believe it either essential or important that their car have the same operating dashboard as their phone. Consumers are constantly surrounded by technology, and by marketing the technological advances of the BMW, we can successfully market this car to a large audience. So my recommendations for the BMW X3 marketing would be, the current market trend is in size. The bigger and the better. We recommend centralizing the marketing campaign around the BMW X3, so its size and practicality.
Information search. Information can be searched from either internal searches or external searches. Internal searches require the recall of information stored in one's memory from prior experience or exposure, and external searches are classified from being either from marketing controlled sources such as mass media advertisements, packaging, salespeople and promotions, or non-marketing controlled sources, which include recommendations from family and friends, online reviews and consumer reports. Studies revealed that 84% of individuals stated that they trusted recommendations from people that they knew. Put simply, word of mouth is the most popular advertisement or influence when looking to purchase a new good or service. And these are generally non-marketing controlled sources. The internet is obviously the biggest source of information, and BMW need to continue to utilise this source of information. The only problem is that you're unable to try before you buy in many cases. BMW have produced the Build Your Own BMW page on their website, which allows you to add features, colours, fuel types, etc., and then ultimately end up with a sales price. You need to ensure that the information available online is relevant and customers are satisfied that they are getting what they've paid for. So basically, what do we recommend? Well, it's essential that BMW ensure that the online information regarding features, safety ratings, warranties, price, technology and integration with iPhone and Android is all accurate and up to date. BMW is marketing a cool item for any and all consumers with a high price tag, and therefore we recommend that the information is relevant, comprehensive and easy to understand. The size, versatility and usability of the BMW X3 suggests that it's suitable for various consumer groups, including Gen Y with higher disposable income, young couples starting a family, and even middle-aged consumers looking for comfortable travel. As stated previously, word of mouth is the most important advertisement for any brand, good or service, and if BMW maintains its high level of design, performance and customer satisfaction, consumers will continue to recommend BMW X3 to colleagues, friends and family. Finally, it's essential that dealerships are readily accessible to consumers to ensure they have the opportunity to test drive a BMW X3 and have any questions answered in real time by a salesperson as opposed to logging an online inquiry.
What attributes the customer consider? The price vs the needs, the running cost, warranty, technology, safety and the brand in the market. Customers will settle on a final decision after they analyze the attributes of the importance and the cost of the vehicle. So what brands will in the buyer's Evoque set will be? According to Lam et al., the information will be collected by the customers will be the result of the purchase decision. From the Evoque set, the customer eventually will make comparison to other options that they have in the market, such as the Porsche Macan and Mercedes GLC 250. Let's talk about how consumers will evaluate alternative SUVs that they have in the market. Attributes will be that they will be looking into is cab services, roadside assistance, safety, technology, brand reputation, performance and fuel efficiency. Some possible cutoffs that they may have that may arise for the customer will be the vehicle should be able to drive in any terrain such as off-roads, tire traction for smooth driving, costly upgrade options and decent SUV with a yet affordable and luxury SUV. So the key evaluation that they will consider from the table will be the safety, 5 NCAP. The price is lower, the BMW price is lower compared to the Benz and the Porsche Macan, and also the fuel consumption, which is 5.2 litre per 100. Our recommendation will be promoting the brand image and the reputation of the BMW SUV in an Evoque set manner. The attributes are considered important compared to the consumer's needs, and also promoting marketing campaigns focusing on the attributes of the BMW such as safety, price and running cost of the vehicle.
This step is when the consumer weighs up the different options of a product and effectively decides on the specific brand and sub-brands according to the needs and wants. As previously mentioned, all the amazing factors of the BMW X3 contribute to the consumer's purchase decision. However, there are many other factors that need to be discussed when evaluating the consumer's purchase decision. We need to focus on the consumer's social visibility, self-concept, and what it is to be involved in the BMW culture. BMW is well known and plays a definite role in the upmarket car industry. Positive attitudes towards the brand allow for positive impact upon consumers. 74% of the consumers' identify word of mouth as a key influencer in their purchasing decisions. 88% of people trust online reviews, and 68% will take on board opinions of online consumers. Thus, word of mouth plays a substantial role in the purchase decision of any product. BMW is a globally recognised brand and they are consistently achieving sale highs. It is inevitable that the company has reputable cars. BMW as a brand relates to the consumer's reputation. As this is a high involvement, extensive decision-making process, we need to effectively convince the consumer that the BMW X3 is what they need to be seen in. By driving the BMW X3, you get a range of different features. However, what appeals to majority of middle-class consumers is the social status you get while driving the BMW X3. The consumer's self-concept is what effectively drives the purchase decision. How they see themselves in the BMW and how we portray to the consumers the BMW lifestyle is what will successfully sell the car. Reputation of the BMW brand and the identity of the consumer is what we need to be focused on throughout the marketing campaign for the purchase decision. Test driving will be a key part of the purchase decision. It allows the customer to feel the driving experience and the performance of the car.
Post-purchase behaviour. It has been proven that it is far more cost-effective to retain and nurture existing customer relations than to attempt to acquire new customers. The behaviour of the customer after the purchase can lead to further financial gain for BMW and is when the customer-BMW relationship begins. Post-purchase behaviour is determined by the level of satisfaction the consumer feels after a purchase. This depends upon the pre-purchase expectations of the BMW X3 versus the actual performance of the BMW X3 post-purchase. There are also 4 other factors we can utilise to consider how the consumer may feel. Cultural. Does owning the BMW X3 place them higher in the social class ladder? Social. Do their immediate peers, family, friends, co-workers feel envious of the BMW X3? Individual. Can they afford to run and service the BMW X3 in the long term? Psychological. Does the purchase of the BMW X3 align with their beliefs and attitudes? This purchase or cognitive dissonance happens when the consumer feels an imbalance in their expectations of the purchase and tension or mental discomfort regarding their behaviour making during the purchase. We all know this feeling, otherwise sometimes referred to as buyer's remorse. Research shows that the higher the involvement and the higher the price of the purchase will increase the likelihood of post-purchase dissonance happening. So, a common strategy the customer will use to minimise post-purchase dissonance is justification. How can we as marketers assist with the justification process? So, what we recommend focusing on at this stage is a personalised focus on the after-purchase relationship, inclusive of the following: 5 years warranty and roadside assistance, capped price services, a BMW Genius available to answer any questions post-purchase, a follow-up email and letter welcoming them to the BMW Owners Group, and outlining ongoing services they are automatically entitled to. The 5 steps of the consumer making decision process are vital to any marketing campaign and can be utilised with increasing the potential for the BMW X3 campaign.